Judges chapter 6. And the children of Israel did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, and Yahweh delivered them into the hand of Midian 7 years. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel, and because of Midian, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains, and the caves, and the strongholds. So it was, when Israel had sown, that the Midianim came up, and the Amalekim, and the children of the east. They came up against them, and they encamped against them, and destroyed the increase of the earth, till thou come to Gaza, and left no sustenance in Israel, neither sheep, nor ox, nor donkey. For they came up with their cattle and their tents. They came in as locusts for multitude. Both they and their camels were without number. And they came into the land to destroy it. And Israel was brought very low because of Midian. And the children of Israel cried to Yahweh. And it was, when the children of Israel cried to Yahweh because of Midian, that Yahweh sent a prophet to the children of Israel, and he said to them, Thus saith Yahweh, the God of Israel, I brought you up from Mizraim, and brought you forth out of a house of slaves. And I delivered you out of the hand of the Mizraim, and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drove them out from before you, and gave you their land. And I said to you, I am Yahweh your God. Ye shall not fear the gods of the Amorim in whose land ye dwell. But ye have not hearkened to my voice. And the messenger of Yahweh came, and sat under the oak which was in Ophrah, that pertained to Joash the Abiezeri. And his son Gideon was beating out wheat in the winepress to hide it from Midian. And the messengers of Yahweh appeared to him, and said to him, Yahweh is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. And Gideon said to him, O my Lord, if Yahweh is with us, why then is all this befallen us? And where are all his wondrous works, which our fathers told us of, saying, Did not Yahweh bring us up from Mizraim? But now Yahweh hath cast us off, and delivered us into the hand of Midian. And Yahweh looked upon him, and said, Go in this thy might, and save Israel from the hand of Midian. Have not I sent thee? And he said to him, O Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is the poorest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. And Yahweh said to him, Surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianim as one man. And he said to him, If now I have found favor in thy sight, then show me a sign that it is thou that talkest with me. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come to thee, and bring forth my present, and lay it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in, and made ready a goatling, and unleavened cakes of an ephah of meal, and flesh he put in a basket, and he put the broth in a pot, and brought it out to him under the oak, and presented it. And the messenger of God said to him, Take the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and lay them upon this rock, and pour out the broth. And he did so. Then the messenger of Yahweh put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand, and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes. And there went up fire out of the rock, and consumed the flesh and the unleavened cakes. And the messenger of Yahweh departed out of his sight. And Gideon saw that he was the messenger of Yahweh. And Gideon said, Alas, O Lord Yahweh, forasmuch as I have seen the messenger of Yahweh face to face. And Yahweh said to him, Peace be to thee, fear not, thou shalt not die. Then Gideon built an altar there to Yahweh, and called it Yahweh Shalom. To this day it is yet in Ophrah of the Avi Ezrim. And it was the same night that Yahweh said to him, Take thy father's bullock, even the second bullock 7 years old, and throw down the altar of Baal that thy father hath, and cut down the Asherah that is by it, and build an altar to Yahweh thy God upon the top of this stronghold, in an orderly manner, and take the second bullock, and offer an ascending offering with the wood of the Asherah, which thou shalt cut down. Then Gideon took 10 men of his servants, and did as Yahweh had spoken to him. And it was, because he feared his father's household, and the men of the city, so that he could not do it by day, that he did it by night. And when the men of the city arose early in the morning, behold, the altar of Baal was broken down, and the Asherah was cut down that was by it, and the second bullock was offered upon the altar that was built. And they said one to another, Who hath done this thing? And when they inquired and asked, they said, Gideon, the son of Joash, hath done this thing. Then the men of the city said to Joash, Bring out thy son, that he may die, because he hath broken down the altar of Baal, and because he hath cut down the Asherah that was by it. And Joash said to all that stood against him, Will ye contend for Baal, or will ye save him? He that will contend for him, let him be put to death, whilst it is yet morning. If he be a god, let him contend for himself, because one hath broken down his altar. Therefore on that day he called him Yerubbaal, saying, Let Baal contend against him, because he hath broken down his altar. Then all the Midyanim and the Amalekim and the children of the east assembled themselves together, and they passed over and encamped in the valley of Yezreel. But the Spirit of Yahweh came upon Gideon, and he blew a sounding horn, and Abiezer was gathered together after him. And he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, and they also were gathered together after him. And he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, and they also were gathered together after him. And he sent messengers to Asher, and to Zebulun, and to Naphtali, and they came up to meet them. And Gideon said to God, If thou wilt save Yisrael by my hand, as thou hast spoken, behold, I will put a fleece of wool on the threshing floor. If there be dew on the fleece only, and it be dry upon the ground, then shall I know that thou wilt save Yisrael by my hand, as thou hast spoken. And it was so, for he rose up early on the morrow, and pressed the fleece together, and wrung the dew out of the fleece, a bowlful of water. And Gideon said to God, Let not thy anger be kindled against me, and I will speak but this once. Let me make trial, I pray thee, but this once, with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew. And God did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground.